They're everywhere.
Why do I live in a dystopia? Oh, yeah, it's America right now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to What Game Did You Bring? This is our episode for Traveler. Like Scooter, our wonderful host, said, our GM is currently battling the evils that is traffic in California. So, we're here. We're gonna mess around with character generation, throw around some ideas and concepts of why we know each other, and we're gonna try to play some Traveler. I even have little miniatures. This guy's like a made in Hong Kong Han Solo, and he's got his really, really poorly made Millennium Falcon that doesn't look like anything in the real game. So,
you want to start with introductions?
Yes, let's introduce everybody.
All right, my name is Michael, and we haven't quite decided who we're playing yet or what we're playing. So we'll see. We're just getting some stats down right now.
My name is Chris P. No idea what I'm going to end up doing tonight, but it's definitely going to be interesting.
Hi, I'm Jim. You may have seen me in such videos as Man vs. Orc, The Road to Victory, and quite a lot of other things. Hey, we're playing Traveler. Ooh, classic.
Hey, I'm Marvin. I'm trying to see whether I can play either a bounty hunter-esque character or maybe like a scion. We don't know yet.
Or both.
Or both. I could always do both. That is a good idea.
Just be careful, those scions get terrible. Oh! Finally.
I'm Will. You've probably seen me on Infinity Tower on Tuesdays, and I have no idea what I'm doing or where to look, so I'm just going to look that way.
They're all over the place.
I'm new, I don't know what to do!
Well, so far, we got our basic stats down. Just rolling 2 dice.
Not everyone
Getting
is.
a number and filling out your strength, dexterities, endurance, intellects, educations, and socials.
So for any viewers who are not familiar, Traveler is a role-playing game, obviously. Our GM is on the way, but the big draw, at least for me, for Traveler is that character creation is a really intense mini-game in itself. You don't have 100% control over character creation. You get to make some decisions and then roll dice to see how well it goes for you. So we're just doing some of the basic things before the GM gets here, like rolling characteristics is going to be the first thing that we do, and then choosing some background skills and probably choosing whether our characters will all start at 18 years old, and then we'll go through a series of terms in careers that we choose, and we'll roll to see how well we do in our chosen careers. But we'll start by choosing some pre-career education. You can go to university or a military academy. But let's start off with characteristics and see how well we do with them. Mm-hmm. So you already rolled up yours. If you want to talk about yours real quick.
Yeah, I've got pretty good skills. My lowest is a 6 in education. So I'm smart, I can take a lot, I'm pretty strong, I'm pretty good socially too, but I was asleep in class.
Now, an understanding for social, because it's not a typical stat in most games, it's your social standing. It's like where you are in society. So if you have like a high enough social standing, you could be considered a member of royalty. Or in my case, for my character, he has a 3 in social, so professional shit farmer is probably the best way where he grew up. So, yeah. But yeah, it's all the typical stuff. I mean, the only other differences would be education is basically the level of education you got. So I may be a stinky shit farmer, but goddamn it, I'm educated. So yeah, let's keep going.
Well, you gotta learn to get ahead, but my guy didn't. But now I want to go to college.
Yeah, my characteristics came out a little bit questionable. My highest was a 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got 3 average and 3 really good, and it was funny because how we were joking about being king of the hobos. I have a 12 in social standing.
So essentially you are Baron of the hobos on the space lanes. You do have that manservant, Albert. He
Hanging out
mixes
in the
your
boxcar with you.
he hangs out with or he mixes your
Set the flow chart to the side for now.
your hobo cognacs.
I'm kind of seeing as how this guy's 18 years old. I'm
Background's
kind
good.
of seeing him as like the son of like a senator or some space king somewhere, and just flying by on a family name. But given the fact that he has 6 intelligence and is very weak aside from his endurance, he just doesn't really care. His
really
education is at 9, so he's good at reciting the information that he learns, but he just
He's just ridiculously good looking.
Interesting. So after we get our stats rolled, you pick 3 skills from this list below, depending on.
Wait, from this list here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So for your
Alright, so-
So I got
because I have the actual novel here.
Animals, art, athletics, carouse. Ooh, going for carouse for sure.
So it's going to be your education dice modifier plus 3. So
Let me look at profession.
so what's your education modifier there, Michael?
My education modifier is it's 0 because I got a 6. So I'm
Okay,
just
so
doing
you
3.
get 3.
You choose 3 of these to start with.
And
Okay.
let's see. Let me go with maybe electronics. There we go. Okay, marked them out. You guys need this list of the skills?
And I have that if anybody needs to take a gander at the book for.
All right.
It
I
is
want,
down.
I wanna-
Color.
I want to go to college. Like,
So you want to
It's
go
my
to
dream.
college?
Yeah,
You want to go to
Yeah, of
junior
course.
college?
well, I want to go to a 4-year.
We got it right here. The bottom line is: do you want to go to a civilian university or do you want to go to a military academy?
No war for me. Not actually. My 9 strength might get me in.
All right, so you're gonna have to try to get into that university because they're not just going to accept any old hobo that comes in. So
They accepted
If
him.
I-
they accepted him.
Yeah.
You know where my dad is?
So you
My
need to make an
dad
education
owns
roll.
a
The
dealership.
king of the hobos.
So you
It's gonna be
rolled.
plus 0.
Yep, you rolled 2 dice plus 0, and you need to get a 7+ to get in that
If
university.
I fail this, could I go into the military academy as a backup?
Do you have a social skill of plus 9 or better?
I do not.
All right, then you don't get that bonus.
All right, let's see
You
how I
don't
do.
have any turns.
Whoa!
You're going to school.
be-
Oh my
Pirate.
god! I didn't do too well in the entrance exam, but I aced that letter.
Why
Alright,
was
so
it
the-
written on the back of paper towels?
But it's so well written. All right, I'm in college now.
All right, you're in college, so time to learn some stuff.
Okay.
So out of this list right here, you get to choose 1 to start at level 0 and 1 to start at level 1.
Okay, I'm gonna go for advocate because I'm speech and debate is the thing that's important for me. I
Sure.
probably went to that. So I'm gonna put 1 in that, and another one's gonna be 0. I'm gonna go for medic. I mean, maybe I took a class, just like first aid class, while I was there. All right. Oh, but now I gotta actually graduate.
Well, and you increase your
Oh, my ED.
EDU by 1.
Yeah, nice. So that goes up to 7.
Still plus 0, but better than it was.
Alright.
Okay, and now let's see if
So-
I can graduate.
Before you roll, if you graduate, I think you can do multiple terms.
Yes.
As a college student.
Well,
I mean,
you can
maybe,
do
but like, I don't
your
wanna be
initial college thing.
I do not want my class to be college student. I want to go out and start doing stuff, you know?
All right.
Besides, those student debts in the galaxy, crazy. Let's get out of there.
yeah,
Start earning.
a billion
Alright,
quatloos
let's
to
see if I
get
can-
your
oh my God,
political
oh.
science major.
Oh God.
I'm dropping out. I got a 2.
So you failed to graduate.
Yeah.
So you are a college dropout,
Yep.
Too many beer bends.
which
Yeah,
means
boss.
that you don't get any graduation benefits.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's consult the flow chart here. So you went to university, you made it in,
Yeah.
you rolled for education for graduation, and you failed it.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna go
now-
start a
that's
start a
it,
term.
like-
Okay, so now I get
You
my
get
career.
no
Or
graduation
English
benefits.
is the common
Look,
language.
man, I
There
want
might
to
be
be
other-
like other
life,
ones because I'm
okay?
thinking about taking like a couple of.
I'm gonna need my education where it
languages
counts in the
or-
real world. It's time to
Yeah,
start my career.
there's Anglic, there's Viliani, which is
Let me look at
the original language that the First Imperium wrote
Does
is
that
like
tell you
Latin.
like what is what stats are kind of
Zedel, which is like the
Oh,
Zodani
yes, here we go.
spoken language, and
Okay.
then there's Omprint.
Okay.
Well, he's looking over the careers.
Those
I'm
are like
going to
your
try mine
specialties.
because I'm going to try to go to military school.
Ooh, okay. Good luck. See if you can get in.
So after we get our characteristics, what do we do?
You plug them in, and then you see what jobs
Not really anything with
Very
strength.
jobs you want to get.
So I got a 6 in strength, 10 in dex, 7 in endurance, 12 in intellect, 8 in education, and 8 in social.
It depends on what you want to go for. So if you want to be an agent, you got to have an intelligence of +6.
I am more than qualified.
Okay, you're qualified. So
Do it. So let's see, which has endurance? Marine has endurance, and the Army. Well, son, I guess you go.
Sounds like he's here.
It's,
Cool.
Cosmo has gone outside to go talk to Guardians of the
My
Universe.
good intelligence. Maybe
didn't
I
actually
can
hear a
try
knock.
and become a corporate spy.
Can you? They're not gonna.
Let's see if I can do it.
alright. Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and become a corporate. I'm trying to become an agent.
Because my dad owns a dealership.
I'll look
Yeah.
around.
Let's see if I can. Well, that's an 8. So I think I did it for agent.
For agent?
Yeah. So
Yep.
I rolled an 8, and intelligence is 8.
So for you
Well,
to be an agent,
8
right?
is +0.
Okay.
So
have
you need to roll this plus your intelligence. You need to get over this. So you definitely made it.
Yeah.
So now you're an agent.
above 6.
Ooh, okay.
So,
For your intelligence.
so now the question
Above
is,
a
what
6
kind of
for
agent
my
are you going to be? You going to be a law
intelligence.
enforcement officer? You're going to be an
And that's the
intelligence
same for
agent
every
or a
other
corporate agent?
class, right?
No, it's going to be
Let's
different
see. I'm thinking what this
depending
guy
on
would
your
be.
statistics.
So,
Brilliant.
what if I wanted to be a rogue?
He's lazy.
If you wanted to be a rogue,
Um,
you would have to roll.
you know, I would
above
say like
a 6 for
this
your
is the kind of
dexterity.
guy who's gonna like
Okay.
believes in upholding the
So
law.
the
And he's not
10
a patriot.
dex. Don't know.
He's gonna be a corporate agent. He's doing it for the money.
That's the way to do it. That's how you get. That's how you get retirement.
So
Yeah.
10 dex and.
This guy,
What now?
he's a
So for which
Patrick
one, the
Bateman
rogue
sort
or
of.
for the
The
rogue
serial killing.
or the
modifiers.
agent?
So let's
disaffected yuppie.
Let me put my modifiers in, then I'll tell you.
Okay.
So let's slow down a little bit. So you made it in your corporate agent. So before we do all your rolls, let's make sure everybody else gets up to at least that point.
Right.
You need to get through.
I got the American Infantry guy too.
Yes, I need to go through military school.
All right, so you can get in.
See if I can get in. I gotta flip back to this. This is why I didn't want to jump ahead. One person to jump ahead because then you're going back and forth through the book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm good here. So.
All right. So entry. To be in the Army, you gotta do an 8+. Marines is a 9+. Navy is an intelligence 9+.
And other things don't
And I've got +1 endurance. So I think I'm just gonna do. Draw my dice on the ground.
Nice down.
I think I'm going to lower my standards and just go into the Army. So that's a 7 plus my 1 for endurance, so that's 8, and I just barely made it into the
Ooh.
into the military academy.
Wow, well, that's good to know. Hopefully, it'll turn you into a man.
All right, so I get skills. Gain all service skills of the military career the academy is tied to at level 0, as with basic training.
This one.
Interesting. So I get a lot of skills. So I'll let these guys do it while I write down all my skills.
So
Yeah,
far
we're-
we have an agent
Yeah.
and
Do you guys
army
made it to
man.
college or?
Yeah, I'm going to the military academy.
I
Military.
go into scouts.
Did you guys do your education?
I decided to just straight up
Not yet. I'm
enlist.
still picking I don't think I even have skills just yet.
Oh yeah, your skills.
I've just now put everything in characteristics.
Yeah. So your education, what's that at?
7.
So you get 3
So far. Well, I guess
Basic
I'm split
skills,
8, but I'm 18.
to know.
Okay.
So
Or each term is 4 years?
Yes.
that's
so
the list
I'm
of background skills you have.
18 plus 4, 22.
Admin, animals,
I think I'm gonna go with
Let's look
medic.
back
athletics,
here.
computers, drive, electronics, flyer, language, mechanic, professional.
Just your average corporate hatchet.
Literally.
My name is Webster Waxman.
We're gonna do
Webster.
medic.
Yeah,
Do
Webster.
survival.
But everyone just calls me Waxman. You know, we gotta bring in Waxman. He's gonna
Um,
put this office into shape.
where's the
Spy on the workers. See, they're up to no good. So we'll see how my career goes.
right?
So. Okay, you got that.
So 3 skills.
I'm gonna
Flyer.
do electronics.
I'll be a flyer.
Oh, so Will, have you been able to get into college?
I have no idea. I was still
Flying,
deciding on my
streetwise.
nice free career
No, sorry.
skills here.
Okay.
So I put like a point in each of those.
It's live and it's fantastic. Woo!
Yes, my name is Jack, and your home. You are so amazingly fierce.
Hi, Keith.
Hi, Keith.
I'm the referee. I'm Traveler for tonight.
Oh, wow. I have those.
So is this where I sit?
This is you, yes.
All right.
You guys gotta move the cameras and we are live. No.
And
It's just so exciting. A whole new person here.
Cosmo truly is.
So we're still generating some characters.
Well, that's good.
Well,
that was the purpose of tonight, was to generate characters.
Oh, nice.
we've only just begun. We did characteristics, and we're doing schooling
Okay.
and skills and schooling right now.
Okay, yeah. So Traveler, you start off and you roll 2d6 to generate your 6 characteristics. You select your background skills. When you select your background skills, that is one way to start defining your character further. The background skills that you select reflect your life up to your majority. So you can select background skills that reflect the world that you grew up in or the environment that you grew up in until you reached 18 years old and went onwards to your careers. And I think that's the point where you're at, Chris? Is
Yeah,
going
just
onward
doing-
into your careers?
Not quite careers, yes, just on to pre-career education.
Yes, the choices that you have for pre-career education. And you do not have to go. You don't have to go to college or the military academy. You can just leap right in. So to help catch me up, who are you and what are you playing?
My name is Michael. I'm a little bit, I think, ahead of other people.
Okay.
Because I went to college.
We had to rein him in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Went
He was
to
excited.
college. Dropped out of college. I rolled a 2 in college. So,
Yeah.
But my education intellect was still sort of highish. So I wanted, and I'm a disaffected, upper middle class, kid
Okay.
who wants to make fast money and has no conscience. So I became a corporate spy.
So you've gone on
see
to
the
become an agent. So
scouts.
you
What's that?
dropped out of
Scouts.
college and then
If you
signed
have
up
any,
with the agency to do dirty work for them.
Well,
Scouts number
my social is like pretty high.
Yeah.
So I think I'm sort of like a not to get
Yeah,
political,
Marvin's
but
kinda
I'm
got
almost like
my
Donald Trump Jr. thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Kind of,
how
family
high
connections got me.
how high is your
Isn't it?
social standing?
It is an 8.
It's an 8.
Go ahead,
So
use it.
so
Gotta get this.
actual nobility is a 9.
It's the nice thing.
That's
about
where
having them
the
separated like that.
knighthoods start in the Imperium. So an 8 or a 9 in your social means that you're not quite D Trump Jr. But you're upper. You're lower upper class.
Yeah.
You vacation in the Hamptons.
Cool. And that's the lifestyle I want to maintain.
Okay, and
I'm Chris. Keith and I know each other intimately. And I'm focusing on more of a military
Lacey, if
character.
you're listening, he's lying. It means nothing. Nothing.
So we
But
hugged
I-
a couple times. It's all right.
But yeah, I'm going into a bit of a military career. I got really poor stats and just barely made it into the Army Academy.
Okay, so you joined the academy after high school.
Yes.
And well, the Army. One of the really nice things about Travelers that you start going through your careers, there's always one skill category you can select once you get your careers called personal development, and that is usually just chock full of nothing but bonuses to your stats. And if in your Army, it's mostly physical stats. So. So who are you? Who are you playing?
I'm Jim, and I am playing. I gotta dig deep here because I come from a family of people who play Traveler.
That's
My oldest brother, who's living out in Fairfield, I'm going to use one of his characters' names,
Okay.
Gerald Roberts, and I am playing a scout, trying
Okay.
to anyway. 'cause
All right.
We need a pilot eventually.
So you've joined the Scout Service. And,
Yep.
no pre-career education or anything like that.
No, just signed
Walked
up.
over to your Scout Service representative and went, put me on a ship and send me somewhere.
Yeah, they threw me in a vac suit, thought I would make it, and then I became a courier for my first term.
Awesome. So, do you have any exceptionally high or exceptionally low stats right now?
Apparently my highest stat is endurance, and my lowest one is social. So I grew up in a family of shit farmers.
So you're poor but tough, which
Yeah.
which will serve you well in the Scout Service. The Scout Service is one of the places that has the highest survival roles in education. Like Scouts die all the time, mainly because they put them in tiny little ships and send them that way.
Yep. Because the universe they don't have like fancy pants Star Trek communications where you can talk to world to world. No,
absolutely.
you have to send couriers out there to deliver
Oh yeah,
mail.
yeah. There is no faster than light communications. You just have to put people on a ship and deliver the mail.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you, sir,
Yeah.
what's your name first? So
Marvin.
Hi, Marvin.
Yeah.
I think I know you.
Yeah, I think we met before.
Level 0.
We might have gamed a couple times.
So I'm still trying to figure things out. I've got my characteristics. I think I've got my skills. I'm skilled in art, flying, and street knowledge.
Okay, so those are your background skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
And do you have any exceptional or exceptionally poor stats at the moment?
Actually, I'm pretty well balanced. My highest stat is a 12 in Dex, and my lowest is a 6 in Strength.
So you are really agile. So
Kind of work.
that whole art and flying thing, you got that down. You're just and honestly, a 6 in strength, the 2 to
Yeah, the
12
army stuff.
range and traveler,
I'm trying to-
kind of
I'm
throws
gonna
off a
finish up
lot
this
of
round, so I wanna make sure the
D&D gamers and a lot of people who are used to that 3 to 18 range. Because a 6 isn't bad. It's not. It's slightly
average.
slightly below average. So you're not a weakling by any sense of the word. You're average. You can pick up your groceries and carry them wherever you want.
Exactly.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Will.
Hi, Will.
I just got done. I'm still trying to work out the background skills, but I think I got it. I just assigned the roles that I got for my characteristics as they fell. So
That's the best way to do it in Traveler.
yeah. So what I wound up with is a guy who's kind of average in strength and dexterity and intellect, but he's got a 10 in endurance, 9 in education, and a 12 in social.
Oh,
I'm imagining him just kind of being some wastrel that's skating by on his family name.
So a 12 in social means that you, upon reaching majority, have been made a baron of the Imperium. You have land.
Yeah.
Your family has expectations of you. As a noble in the Imperium, you have the permission to go to Capital, which is the center of the Third Imperium of 11,000 worlds that scatter across the galaxy. And you can go and you can cast a vote in the Imperial Moot, which is their parliament. Acts as an advisory body to the Emperor himself or herself, depending on where we are in the Imperium. That vote in the Moot is also worth money because you can give it as a proxy or sell it as a proxy to another noble. This
That
is
sounds
kind
awesome.
Yeah, so being a noble in the Imperium, it's a little it comes with its own dangers and rewards.
Okay, so I'm the son of a long line of lobbyists, and I am slowly learning the trade. This is excellent.
Interesting.
The other thing is, before you go on to your actual term, you're going to have to do an event for your pre-career education.
Okay.
okay.
So we're getting your event for your pre-career education, and
I still need to do my pre-career
Okay,
education.
so
I
you're-
got
you're-
in,
you're
but that's as far as I am.
Okay, so if the 5 of you could get through your pre-career education and
First
like
term.
your life event, and then and if you didn't go to school and you have your first term out of the way, that'll be perfect too, because that'll put you all at about 22 years old. So the 5 of you are at the same point in your life path. The interesting thing about the other thing about this, when you generate a group of characters together like this, you have the opportunity to make connections with each other in your past. So, like our scout over there, you know, who has courage, he might have an event that would fit in really well with, you know, our dropout over here.
For instance, something happened to our dropout while he was in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was approached by an underground and highly illegal psionic group who sense potential in you. I might test my psi.
Oh, there we go.
And enter the scion career at any subsequent term.
So yeah, so they think you have potential. They're called in the Imperium the Psionics Institute. In the Imperium, psionics are illegal, and varying degrees of illegal throughout the history of the Imperium. So the Psionics Institutes aren't exactly an above board institution, but you're also, if you want to become a psionicist, if it becomes known that you have these strange mental powers and you can, you know, move objects with your mind or invade people's thoughts, then you will be feared and hunted.
Wow.
Or rewarded and taken advantage of by nobles.
Interesting.
Because, you know, when you're a lobbyist, it's kind of useful to have somebody who can read someone's mind.
Well,
it's a double-edged sword.
True.
If you want to take it.
Do we have the psionicist, like, the chart for that?
I don't have
It's
it.
in
It's
the
in the
book.
actual book.
Okay, yeah.
And the other thing
it's in the back. It's in the back of the book. I think it's page.
It says I have to test my
212.
psi. Do I roll for psi like I did with the others?
Let me slip down here to.
It's
is
a
right.
career, so you have to roll to get into it to qualify for it, and then you roll for it just like any other career. So you would spend a term learning your psionics.
All right. Well, I might give that a try, but I want to see if I can get in. But I need to know my psi score, which do I just roll for that like I did with the others?
Well, here's let me.
Or maybe that comes.
I'm looking for the psionics in my PDF right
Maybe you
now.
can answer this one.
So for pre-career education,
right here.
if you try to get into
Service
the
skills,
university and you
military career,
roll a 6,
The academy.
Academy is titled
that
at level
enough?
0.
So
if I
you
look
well,
here,
it's-
army.
it would
Your
be
pre-career education, you'll
all of
have
these.
a
Yes.
Goes here. Okay.
you'll
That's
have
basic
an
training.
At
enrollment
0.
roll,
Yes.
and that will be a difficulty number. So that will be.
We're gonna do back soon.
So I don't know if I did it right.
All right, let me check that. If you roll a 6, there's also usually a dice modifier based on either your intelligence or your education.
So I got high intellect.
So if you got a high intellect, you might have a dice modifier to that roll. So a 6 might push you over the top.
Okay.
You know, now that I'm in front of all of these lovely microphones and stuff, and I'm being streamed out live to literally thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, I can no longer look through my PDF with the efficiency that I was able to do at my desk at work. Might also be the fact that it took me 2 hours to drive here today, and that kind of like frazzles
Depending
your
on how
brain
this
after a
goes, I
while.
might pursue a career in the Navy.
While he's looking through his PDF, we can talk about what happened to me during my military academy.
Oh
so,
yeah. How'd it go?
I've become involved with a very tightly knit clique or group, and made a pact to remain friends forever. Therefore, wherever I am in the galaxy, I can gain D3 allies anywhere in the galaxy at any time.
Yes, please.
Nice. You get some friends
So I
from
got
school.
I got
in the
friends
academy.
out there in the verse, and now we're just going to try to graduate.
Okay. See if you're
Make your
man
way
enough
through make your way to the academy.
to muster out, muster in.
Well,
you have to roll
he would
all of these
graduate.
different
He would
ones?
graduate from the academy, which would allow him to.
I have to make an
a big
intelligence
bonus on
and an
getting
endurance?
commission, so he can go
No,
into the army
you get
as an
a
officer.
you get a dice modifier if your
Let's
endurance
see,
is
here
above 8.
is-
Oh, got it.
And you get
Okay.
another one if your social
And
is above
psionic
8.
strength.
Yeah. How do I?
So I'm gonna go for a
calculate
career in the Navy. When that
Yeah.
doesn't work out, turn to piracy.
All right, so my intelligence or my intellect is -1.
Maybe
That's
discovery
terrific.
lane
To determine a traveler's
your
psionic
endurance,
strength,
though.
roll 2
My
dice and
endurance
subtract the number of
is
terms
8+, so that's +1. so
served
that
by the
brings it back to a
traveler
0.
all careers
And social
thus
is
far.
above 8.
Okay.
So
that's
since you
plus
haven't
1.
served any terms in any careers yet, you're young.
So
you
Plus
don't
1
have
is
a
8, so
negative
I'm at
die
a total
modifier.
of +1, and I need an
Cool.
8+.
So I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
So you have a psionic strength of 6.
Oh, average odds.
All right.
See if I make it out. I actually made it out with honors.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
You're an undergraduate.
Can I just see how high do I have to roll to get
To get what?
test your sign to enter the Scion? Okay, so I just gotta.
Yeah.
So what does it take to enter the Scion career? What do I have to roll?
How does this work? University.
I think a 6. I don't think it gives me anything. So just a raw. roll.
Okay.
I could
Do
try, and then if not, it's
you gotta make the roll
a
of
sleazy
7 or
corporate
above.
agent who.
7 or so
Well,
that's
Well, if you have
Okay.
any psi whatsoever,
Oh.
you can be trained.
2.
Oh,
You didn't
yeah.
make it to school.
son of a bitch.
Try the academy.
Even though I got just a 6.
That's my
I
only
mean, you
route.
got 6. Remember, 6 isn't bad. 6 is average.
Okay.
Your 6 is a lot better than almost everybody
try the
else in the galaxy who have a psionic rating of 0.
Wow. Cool.
Okay.
right,
I
in
increased
that
social by
case-
1 because I graduated with honors.
I'm gonna be
So now
psychic.
10.
Okay.
I made it into the military academy.
Yeah. No.
I rolled a 10.
Automatic entry,
I'm
so
gonna
I don't have to roll
live
to
free
go in the
life
army.
in my mind. Forget this corporate
All right.
stuff.
So
Psi.
qualifying for a psionic career will need a psychic skill of 6+,
Aha,
which
got
is
it.
what you have.
I don't need to roll to get in there.
No, it's automatic.
Nice.
If you have the potential, they will train you. And since you rolled that life event, usually it costs roughly
Graduating
a
with
million
honors
credits to get this training. But hey, they sense something in you. They
No, wait.
sense something in
That's
you.
for the Army.
And they
I still
give you
need it
kind
for the
of a
Navy.
scholarship.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll go for Navy.
Maybe you need to do
Yeah,
intelligence
Navy,
instead of
intelligence.
indoors.
And I rolled a 10.
Okay. You made it.
Okay.
So
Your first term,
thing
you,
need to do
you are a
is
midshipman in the
we need to
Imperial
determine
Naval
your
Academy.
psionic potential.
Nice.
Uh,
I'm a Navy man, boys.
I'm a psychic man.
So, your psionic talent, that 6 you just rolled, that is very similar to your ability score. So it has a modifier. For a 6, it's a modifier of 0.
All right.
And what you do is that you get psionic training, and you can select. You can select all of the disciplines.
I did not graduate college.
But what happens
Oh.
is that every
It's alright, buddy.
It happens.
Did I?
every discipline you select after the first discipline gets subsequently harder.
Okay.
So there's 5 disciplines. The hardest discipline to learn is teleportation.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds tough. I don't even want to do that.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, one
The second
Did you
second
graduate from
hardest
the academy?
that will give you
Oh,
a
yeah.
plus
Still
1
gotta roll for
modifier
that.
to your learning dice modifier is awareness.
Congratulations.
And then
How about,
the third most difficult is
telekinesis?
yes.
telekinesis. That's
So
the
you gotta
third.
get a.
All right, that sounds
You
cool.
gotta
Yeah, and then the fourth
So
is
what if
But you
clairvoyance.
get a dice
So the
modifier
difference
plus 1
between
if your
clairvoyance and
endurance is
awareness
above
is
8.
awareness
And you get
is
another
awareness
dice
of
modifier
yourself.
if your social is
Using your
above 8.
psionics to
They're both at 8 exactly.
augment
You
your
don't get any
body.
dice modifiers.
Whereas
Son of a
clairvoyance
bitch.
is
So you gotta
seeing
make a roll.
remotely and
You
hearing
gotta beat an
remotely
8.
and
Okay.
you know.
Alright.
All right.
Got 10 intellect,
And
so
then,
this
and then
should...
the easiest one to learn is telepathy.
You graduated. Congratulations.
Yeah. So
I
my
am
You're,
a naval
you're an
officer.
ensign
All right,
of the Imperial Navy.
so you need to pick your first one.
Okay.
I've
Let's
got
go with
11
telekinesis.
So you're going to try telekinesis first. So first
because
off,
my
you'll get a
intellect is
plus
1,
2,
so I get a plus 1.
You'll get a plus 2
So I
dice
graduated.
modifier
You're
to
an
learn. So
undergraduate
you're going to roll 2
with
dice
an
6 plus 2, and you're looking for.
Is that for
So-
education? Or would I put that in?
I'm trying to figure out skills.
What do you mean?
Where do I put
So
the
any
plus 2?
3 service skills.
Just go ahead and put it on your scratch sheet of paper right now. Just where you put down your psionics power of
Basically-
6.
Okay.
The plus 2 is right next to it.
I already got through the
I'm sorry,
survival.
not that
And
plus
then I
2.
got through the
I-
advanced.
It's your first turn?
Yeah.
The 6
You
is
didn't
a
go
plus 0.
to college?
No.
Okay.
Telekinesis
So I don't
just
remember
has
which
a
one. I could choose one of
flat
these and
plus
then roll.
2,
I just don't
regardless. So you
remember
don't
every
really
time I
have
get
to
the
roll, write it down except as a note
So-
to remind yourself.
Okay.
And I think that's in advancement, and I may need to look through your
Rolled an 8, by the way.
Roll an 8.
Yeah.
stack.
Above average telekinesis.
I'll let you do this.
Oh yeah, I don't need that one at all now. So.
Yeah.
We're going
you
the
will.
psychic path. Oh. Is there a psychic like career to follow?
Yes, there's a Scion career.
Ooh,
And there's
alright.
3 sub careers.
Oh man, I can't wait.
He's trying to get his psionic talents. Let's see here. I am trying to find out what that
Researchers. So I
number
graduated.
is.
I'm not seeing anywhere where
Fun flow chart.
What happens if you don't graduate college?
It's right here for you. Where's the flow
it's
chart?
the flow chart.
Oh. The
Basically,
flow
you
chart
can,
tells
you
you.
can just choose a career.
So the flow
You don't
chart
get any
is
bonuses,
brilliant.
though.
Just follow that, and it'll tell you exactly where to go.
Oh, but you should roll for something to happen to you.
I
during
did.
your-
I
Oh
did.
yeah,
What-
I forgot to do.
I am involved with a clique as well.
So let's
Be
do
like
the
fraternity, you
events.
just
I
sign your
guess
time
so.
Something like
cards
that.
There.
We got friends. We
Delta
probably
Phi
are.
Kappa.
Army?
You went to military
Okay.
academy though.
Yes.
I went to a university. It's okay.
So for the
It's
events,
all good.
Frat boys.
You got bureaucratic friends. I got soldier friends.
So for the events
Awesome.
during pre-career education,
Uh-huh.
I got a 12.
Whoa.
And what does 12 do?
You gain wide-ranging recognition of your initiative and an innovative approach to study. Increase your social standing by +1.
Nice.
Whoa, you're just a great student.
Bookworm.
So I'm.
Unlike
Does that make
me.
me a knight? I got a 9.
Well, it depends. Did you graduate?
Yeah, with honors.
With honors is so great. Military academy or social?
Military academy.
It's so great.
So should.
So we have 2 military. Are you both Army Academy graduates?
He's a
Navy.
He's
I'm
a
Navy.
slobby
No,
and
you could have played each other at the annual Army Navy game.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're the same age.
the bocce ball. Army
Honestly,
Navy
with
game,
my
huh?
stats, though, I was probably the water boy with my strength of 5.
I got a strength of
I
6.
believe that would be the
I got
captain's dinghy.
I got a 9.
wait,
a
that's
9
Navy.
endurance. So maybe I was a lineman.
Phrasing? Phrasing?
You're about the only guy I could probably beat in an arm wrestling competition.
Just make sure it's not a mind.
So what's
wrestling
great about the
match.
military academy graduating with honors is that if you go straight into that career as your first term, then you get to make, not only do you get to make a commission roll beforehand, but because you graduate with honors, you automatically pass that commission roll. So you go
So what
into
are the
your
three
career
So it goes-
already getting a commission.
So it
Possibilities
goes
to the
straight
side.
into the Navy.
And you're promoted to rank 1
I
before
will
you
tell
go
you here
in.
in
So
just a
you
moment.
skip rank 0
I'm
in
still
general and
trying
you
to
go
figure
into
out-
Navy rank 1.
Hot damn.
How to figure out.
So
Then
Yeah, honors is
advancement.
awesome.
So how do I do all this?
So hope-
So I pick any 3 service
All right, so
skills.
you want to roll.
So look at the
we're just gonna
not
pitch
any
from the hip
3.
here. You're gonna roll 2d6 plus 2,
in my
and
career.
your target number is 8 or
No.
better to learn
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
telekinesis.
Whoa, a 12.
A 12. So you've
So
learned
look at the Navy,
Do-
and then down
so your
here,
next-
one of these will be
So
service skills.
what is your? You can have more than
Yeah.
one psionic talent.
So
What's your
just for
next
going
psionic
into the
talent
career,
going?
just going
just
for
level-
going to school, you get all of
level-
those at level 0.
That is a
These
plus-
pilot vacuum
Normally a
flags.
plus 4, but because you're
You get all
already
those at level 0 for going
there's a
in.
minus 1, so it's a total of plus 3.
Sorry, I'm trying to whisper so that I'm not talking over them.
So roll
And then
2d6
since you
plus
graduated, you get to choose
and-
3 of those to bump up to
It's
level
a
1.
6 plus
That's
3
a
is a
six.
9.
It's a 9, so you made that easy.
Hell yeah. So I'm so telepathic.
So you have telekinesis and telepathy.
Oh my god, I'm so cool. Professor X. To me, my X-Men.
And then we have teleportation, awareness, and clairvoyance left.
Alright, let's try clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance, alright, that is normally a plus 3, but this is your 3rd attempt, so that's a minus 2dm, so it's 2d6 plus 1.
So I'm definitely going with pilot.
Okay, let's see if I can do it.
Make advancement.
Oh, that is an
Your
8.
versus an 8? Well, there you go.
I'm clairvoyant
There's
too.
your 8, you're clairvoyant
Oh
2.
my god, alright, let's keep this trainer rolling.
Alright, well you got
I'm
2
gonna bump up
left.
medic to 1.
Sadly,
I'm
the
gonna be
2
an army
most
medic.
difficult ones, so
Yeah, let's see if I
it's
can.
awareness
Army
or
doctor.
teleportation.
Alright, so
Here's
what's
8.
awareness? What do I
Here's
get?
8
Awareness,
pounds of motion.
awareness
You'll
is
be
normally
fine.
a DM of plus 1, but since you have 3, you have to roll 2d6 minus 2 to learn awareness.
Alright, let's give it a try. See if I can learn awareness.
For the
Well,
viewers should know the
it's
lingo,
a-
DM is dice modifier.
Yes.
Not Dungeon Master. I rolled a 2, so I'm not. Did not
Yeah,
awareness.
yeah, awareness, not your alley.
Okay, well that's alright.
And then the last one is teleportation, which has no dice modifier. This is your 4th attempt, so roll 2d minus 4, and maybe you'll roll a 12.
Oh
See how we
lord.
do. Nope. That's a
Okay,
3.
so you can't
I think it's time to
teleport-
switch dice.
You can't teleport yourself
But
anywhere.
hey,
But
I can read
on the other
minds,
hand,
move things
yeah.
in my mind, and see super far.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're totally Professor X at this point.
Yeah. We hop into the astral plane.
That's right. Doctor Strange and Professor X are you. You can just keep telling yourself that.
And you had a freaky
Especially
deaky
whenever
space
the
baby.
giant lion dude known as an Aslan is realized that your raised eyebrow was somehow an insult to him, and he wants to duel you with his claws.
Sha-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, sure. I'll put
Aslan have natural claws and a really touchy sense of honor. They take offense very easily, and so they challenge you to a duel of honor, of course, because that's what honorable beings do. And of course, duels of honor in Aslan culture are usually done quote barehanded or with their natural claws. And the fact that you have fingernails and they have claws, that's a technicality that the rules of honor ignore.
Like these,
Like,
right?
okay,
Oh,
like
okay.
you
Yeah, you just let these calm
I
hands
didn't know
down.
if there was
Oh,
like
for sure.
That's what I'm
For certain.
I need...
Chill,
So-
my friend.
So,
Increased
we have your first term done. We got both of your academy days done, and you've dropped out of college.
Yes, I have.
All right.
I went immediately into my career as a noble administrator.
You need the front.
You mean you didn't want to go just dilettante and just be the idle rich?
There it is. I needed this.
So I can
just work for my
automatically.
dad, whatever.
You just work, yeah, that's exactly what this is. You work for your dad.
I did not advance because, well,
Does your guy have a name, Chris? Or Will?
yes. My name is Floyd Beacherson. Baron, awesome Floyd Beacherson.
Baron
Alpha
Fly.
Alpha Phi.
My dad owned a space dealership. God!
So, for you, the three choices for Scion are Wild Talent, Adept, or Psi Warrior. So Wild Talent is just somebody who, you had some natural potential and somebody guided you. And then the Adept is, you go to like a monastery and you learn the secrets of the mind in a very formal way. And a Psi Warrior makes you one of the X-Men.
It's cool as to be an X-Men. I kind of want to be Doctor Strange even more because I saw it. So I'm going to be the Adept.
Okay, so to be an Adept,
But I got to roll for it though?
no, they let you in.
Whoa.
You're in like Flynn. If you have psionics are rare and illegal, so if you're taking that career path, no one's going to tell you no.
Okay. And Webster, my guy's name was Waxman, but I dropped it. Webster is how I go now. No
So-
last names.
You hang out with Alex Karras, do you?
Can't see the flowchart.
What you talking about, Will?
Yeah.
Wrong show.
Wrong show, but I
Same concept.
I can't remember Webster's catchphrase. It was probably something adorable.
Manny Mo knows how to be adorable. Let's see, advancement.
So, for survival, you need to roll a 4 or better on 2d6, and you can add your education modifier to it.
Well, that's a 0. I have a 7 education.
So you have
Oh, yeah.
average education, and it's a 0. So
Okay.
yeah, you just need to roll better than a 4.
Well, I did not. I got a 3.
Yeah,
You got a
good.
3. Okay. So something happened. It's okay. It's okay.
No.
It's still good. It's still good.
Crippled in a horrific car accident, like old.
Roll me 1 dice 6, please.
Ooh, okay. See what happens. Well, it's a 2.
It's a 2. You telepathically contact something dangerous. Lose 1 psi. You also suffer from persistent and terrifying nightmares
Oh man. Okay.
for the rest of your life.
Oh wow. So I'm becoming H.P. Lovecraft.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. And this also ends your career as a scion.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You
just
are
like,
now going to muster out and go into the world unless you want to try to get into a different career and continue on. But we need to do one more thing to you, and then I will move on to someone else here for a moment.
All right.
You need to roll me 2 die 6 for your event that happens.
Okay.
That was your mishap. That was the thing that was wrong. And then there's just the thing that normally happens.
Yeah.
Here's my survival skill.
I rolled a 3.
Endurance plus
You rolled a
5
3.
plus, so I just need to roll a 4.
The other horrible
Alright.
thing has happened to me.
Survive
Well,
being support.
you don't have any contacts or allies,
That's a
do
7.
you?
No.
Awesome.
No? Good. Because your psionic abilities make you uncomfortable to be around.
I am H.P. Lovecraft.
So you're kind of creepy. Normally, if you had a contact or an ally, they would become a rival at this point. But since no one likes you anyway,
Wow.
you're maybe because you keep waking up in the middle of the night screaming about
this-
things that you can't pronounce.
This game of Traveler is becoming too real. I'm just a horrible emotional.
All right, so that's
fragile.
that is the end of your first term. We'll get to your second term in a moment. Is
Okay.
anybody else going?
That
through
should have
the-
been his second term because his first one should have been the
Yeah, wasn't the
College.
education?
the education.
That was pre-career.
Oh,
Okay.
So pre-career is technically what we would call term 0, but it still takes 4 years off your life. You end up being 22 years old whenever you're finished with it.
So I'm 26 right now.
So you are now 26 years old. Yes.
great.
So is
Life's just
anybody?
beginning and it's already
Yeah.
over.
Let's go through
Yeah.
what these guys are going
Yeah.
for over here.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my.
Still trying to figure out where you want to go with your life. Dad's like pressuring you, going, "You're just gonna sit around the house all day."
Yeah, maybe. Foolish enough, who cares?
Good idea. The universe is a terrible place.
Yeah.
I am not buying you another aircraft. You've wrecked the
But,
last 3.
Dad,
That's a 7.
Is that
Means
a
I get
girl in
promotion.
your room?
Nice.
So.
there's
She's only after your trust fund.
So. I don't care.
get off my back,
Yeah,
Dad.
this guy is gonna be like too one-dimensional if I let him.
Enjoy such pleasures
Yeah.
while you can.
No, I just.
Gotta roll for event.
All that awaits us after death is the endless
Whatever.
void.
I'm just gonna go get drunk.
So, what are you? What are you doing with your life?
So, I've had a great time.
Yeah, you graduated
I-
Naval Academy
With honors.
with honors. Oh my goodness!
And what happened? I gained like +1 social because everyone recognized how awesome I am.
Yes.
Tactics.
That actually pushed me to
Plus
10
40 or next
social.
advanced
That
level
means you've been
things.
knighted.
I've been knighted.
You are now an Imperial
Tactics
Knight,
military 1.
and apparently
which
it
is
could-
one level below Baron. The
Some
difference between Knight and Baron in practical terms is that you don't get to cast a vote in the mood, so you can't sell your proxy. But you're in the Navy. The Navy's a very prestigious thing.
Yeah.
In Traveler.
And apparently I'm also a commissioned officer.
You get to be a commissioned officer if you want to join the Navy or the Marines.
Oh, the Marines too.
I believe it's Navy or Marines.
It's
the Naval
no.
Academy?
It says the
I think the Marines.
no.
are
There's
separate.
3 different academies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's with the
Yeah, the
corresponding.
Marines are
Okay,
military.
so it's just the Navy.
So
Marines
just
don't
be-
want you. You and your 6 strength. No Marine wants you.
Ah, screw them. I got a starship.
You give them a ride everywhere they want to go.
Hey,
My
it
ass is
doesn't
always
fly
riding in
Marines
naval
with the
equipment.
dime.
Am I right?
So, got that. I'm a knight, apparently. Commissioned officer. I think I've chosen like 3 skills to go to like +1. I don't
Yeah.
know how those work, by the way. There's
Well-
like several for gun combat, for pilots,
Right,
stuff like
right.
that.
So there are some skills that are called cascade skills, and gun combat is one of them. So your 0 level of skill, because all skills start at 0 and then go to 1. And essentially, what skill level 0 means that you have base proficiency in that skill. You can do it without penalty.
Okay.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So for gun combat 0, you know how to shoot a gun. For levels 1 and above, you need to pick a category of gun. So that could be laser guns or slug throwers or antique guns. So you could be walking around in the 50th century, going between stars and going, "Yes, I have paired flintlocks, my good man." You may have a Gauss weapon that can fire a projectile at 7 times the speed of sound, but sir, nothing. I can cast my own lead balls.
I did pick the slugs for gun combat.
Yeah.
All right.
Even in the era of Traveler, really the easiest to maintain and most common weapon
It's a gun.
is just a gun that fires slugs. Yeah, because nothing beats a good dose of kinetic energy to your opponent.
And it's always reliable.
Yeah.
Oh, Marvin, what's your guy's name? Or do you have a?
Oh yeah. I call him Gale Volcanus.
Whoa, that's a cool name.
Sir.
Sir
Gale
Volcanus. Just call me Sir Volcanus.
Guess I'm somewhere around. I got a skill of 10.
Sir Volcanus.
Well, you're just an ensign right now. Don't
Yeah.
get ahead of yourself, mister.
The
Yeah.
commission doesn't account for anything?
The commission is what makes you an ensign.
Oh.
The son of a bitch.
Well, hey, you can advance, I think, when your next.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So.
I think maybe I'll do like. We'll do like
So I'm
one
just
more
an
tour.
ensign right now.
Well, you can't do it. Okay, so one more regular tour. So we'll get back to you guys in a moment.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
So-
has anybody else had anything horrible or great happen to them in this first term?
Yes.
My first term, I
Exhausted
ended up
forever.
being
That's
on the
really on the
scene
table.
of trying to rescue survivors of a disaster, but I failed the role because I didn't have either medic or engineer. My role was below 8. So I ended up making an enemy.
Oh. So someone watched you, trying to save their loved one, but they died and they blame you because that's how it goes.
But by the 4th term, I've made contact with an alien race, and I got extra intel
Oh,
on
so
them.
you're like rocketing ahead of everybody. You're like 30 years old right now. You're just aging rapidly.
Yeah, and I also realized that there's a dice modifier of -1 for every previous career, so...
That's to enlist. So
Oh,
if you're,
okay.
So if you're jumping careers all over the place, like, you know what? I'm tired of being a scout. I want to join the merchants.
No
I
one wants to
wanna be a
join the
noble.
merchants. Not even the merchants want to join the merchants.
Oh, I know what I'm doing for my next career. Hobo.
That'd be drifter.
Yeah, drifter. Because I'm like, I'm so shell shocked I can't keep a job anymore.
So Chris,
So I ended up excelling. I think this is the most successful traveler character I've ever made. And it's only term 2. During my successful career, my sort of successful term, my commanding officer took an interest in me and taught me a bit about military tactics and actually helped me to advance. So now with graduating with honors and this advancement, I'm now rank 3.
you're rank 3. That makes you a captain, I think.
Whoa, in the army?
Mm-hmm.
In the army, yes.
Corporal. No, Lance
No.
Sergeant.
Yeah. No, you're an officer.
Yeah, I'm an officer.
So you're
You're gonna meet right over here.
Yeah, those are enlisted ranks, son.
Whoa, so you're a major? Or lieutenant colonel?
No. You start out as lieutenant.
Yeah,
Then
he's a major.
yeah, you're now a major.
Which also means that you get the following skills when you entered when you entered the service.
How do you enter the service
Um,
or the officer,
Well, there's a role called the commission role,
which
But
I automatically pass?
which
because-
you automatically pass, and that was what made you an officer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, when you made that role and became an officer, you did get the skill leadership at level 1. And now that you've had a mentor who has like started, accelerating your career, you now have.
I'm sorry. I should not be 3. I should be 2.
You should be 2,
because
okay.
I gained 1 before I joined the army.
Right.
And then I gained 1 for my first term.
Okay.
So
you're just a captain.
Rank 2.
You're just a captain. You don't have.
It's all right because I got that from my my commanding officer already taught me that.
Choose one of the following.
I think I'm going to do another term in the army.
All right. So
Maybe term 2. Oh, I have the
We're
drifter
gonna-
pages? Maybe I could.
we're gonna swing back around to our
have
poor
Noble over
tortured. Our poor tortured drifter before we come back around.
Yeah,
to
actually, I don't know if I need it, except we're gonna. Well,
see what Will wants to do.
yeah.
What were you thinking about? I can give you those pages.
Well, I think I've already. I'm like way behind here, honestly.
That's okay. You're.
I think I've just now finished up my first career. And
Okay.
I think.
So the last one I talked to you is that your character had not graduated college, and you went through your first term as a noble.
Yeah.
So you should have in that term made a survival roll, which should have been pretty easily because
Yeah, I made that.
Yeah.
But I didn't advance.
and you didn't advance. Okay. Did you get your skill yet?
Skill, yes.
Yes.
I rolled. I got all the.
Right, because your first term as a noble is your basic training term, where they teach you.
Yeah, I got all that.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it.
So you get your service skills.
Okay.
And now what you need to do is, for your second term, you don't need to roll anything to get back in. As long as you survive, you get to go back in.
Okay.
But what you do need to do for your second term is you're an administrator, you need to roll me a survival roll. You
Okay.
need to roll 4+ on 2d6, and you get to add
So I gotta get my
your
skill.
intelligence
One of
bonus.
these
Okay.
my skill.
12.
And
Because
you need
12. Okay, now here's the interesting thing about a natural. Is that a natural 12?
That's a natural 12.
So here's the interesting thing about natural 12. If you roll a natural 12 on your survival roll, that means that you've proven yourself to be so indispensable that they're not going to let you out next term. So you're automatically going to go to your third term. Even if you said, I think I'm done and I would like to retire, they're like, no, you're far too important in your position, Baron.
I need oh yeah, I need the table for.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm kind of married
So
into
kinda
this
hit
position by
Okay.
virtue of birth.
So for your second term, I need you to roll an advancement roll.
Okay.
So that would be 6+ with education as a modifier.
Okay. Okay, 9 and 10.
So you did advance.
Okay.
So you are now a
Table.
rank 2
Oh, boy.
administrator, which means that you have gone from an assistant to. I'm sorry, you were a clerk already,
Okay.
and now you've gone to supervisor.
Supervisor.
Yes.
Oh
you
man,
do
my
get
dad's so proud.
You do get a bonus skill for being a clerk, though, and that skill is Admin 1. So you get one level of admin, which is skill in administrating things.
Okay.
There are some skills in Traveler that
So I'm at admin 3 now.
Oh, you're an admin. No, well, actually, no. You don't go. It isn't a bonus.
Oh, okay.
If you did not have admin at all, you got it for free at level 1.
Okay.
But since you're already a highly trained administrator, this, the basic manual that they gave you, you're a baron, whatever. You're just
Okay.
gonna treat that like you did physics. So you need to select
Survival.
So you made your survival, you made your advancement. So you get 2 skill rolls.
Okay.
You get to pick 2 categories, and those categories can either be from personal development,
And then
service skills.
34.
Is your education 8 or better?
It's 10.
It's 10. You can select advanced education skills or the administrator skills.
I'll take the administrator.
So roll me 1d6, and your
So when you're just starting this.
your next
So you get to choose
Next
one of
turn.
those 3 assignments.
4 teaches you diplomat.
And then
so
you
get
gotta
to-
make the roll for
This gets
survival.
you to advance yourself a level in diplomat if you already have that skill.
Okay, I do.
And then what would your your
I'm a
advancement
pilot,
skill
so
be?
I could sure use,
Advancement is that
engineer or
I guess
something.
personal or something.
Well, you get to make
Said
the same
I can
choices. So
fly,
personal
so
development.
I
This is because you made your advancement roll.
Okay.
You get this bonus skill.
Okay.
So that could be personal development, service, advanced education, or administrator.
Okay. Let's do advanced education.
Advanced education. All right. So you
Thank you.
roll 1d6.
Okay.
So
5.
5.
Just
That would be
fine.
diplomat. You have gone into intensive diplomatic training, sir.
Right.
yes.
You know how to schmooze.
Okay. That
So
works.
part of the crew.
That works.
And then, since your third term, you have to go into. So, and you have to stay in your role as administrator because now you're a supervisor and you have diplomat, so they just keep you around. Roll me a survival check for your third term. So we have now ended number 2 and we're going into number 3 for you.
10.
10. You survive, but you now have command of your own destiny again.
Right.
And roll me your advancement.
Okay, that's 2D.
That's 2D, and you need a 6+, and you get to add your education bonus.
Okay, so that's 9 or 10.
9, 10. Okay, so you advance again.
Okay.
So you have moved up
To
from
advance. I advance.
supervisor to manager.
Manager.
You have now made it to middle management.
Awesome.
Wow,
That's
look at the
exactly
training.
where I
You
want
get-
to be in life.
You get the following skill. If you don't have it already, you get Advocate 1.
Advocate 1.
Because
Okay,
they teach you how to deal with unions when you get to be a middle manager.
Alright.
And once again, you need to pick 2 categories and roll 2 skills.
Okay. So I'll
So-
take admin again.
You're
I'm just
okay.
gonna
So
do the
you
same thing as last
all
time.
right. So your admin
6.
6. That gives you persuade.
Okay. And I'll recap that.
So that persuade that's so you get another level of persuade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, most of the time when you're rolling for your skills, it gives you bonuses.
Okay.
And then advanced education.
And advanced education again?
2.
2. 2 is advocate.
Okay.
So, as manager, you spend a lot of time learning contract law.
I hate this guy.
Aren't
This
you supposed to
character-
be a baron?
I'm supposed to be.
This character is everything you hated. So we'll put a pause.
I've become my father.
I've become my work.
Has any? So we'll come back to you.
Yeah, I'm ready
and
for,
you want to be a drifter.
Yes, anything to find peace.
All right.
So I
Well,
picked-
here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about being a drifter. Qualification to be a wandering drifter is automatic.
yeah, that's why I
You
picked.
don't have to roll dice to walk the
Well,
earth like Kane from Kung
My
Fu.
skills.
All right.
So you have three choices.
My first turn is being.
You can either be a barbarian,
Yeah.
which means that you've gone to a low-tech world and learned their ways and lived like them. Or you can be a wanderer, which you're literally like a character from, a television series that just goes to places and gets into adventures and helps people. Or you could be a scavenger.
Well, I picked Wanderer because
You're just gonna be a wanderer?
my guy. I don't know if he
All
even
right.
helps people, but he just he can't hold a job. Everyone
So
hates him.
for survival,
He's tortured.
for survival, you need to roll a 7+ on 2d6 and add your add your endurance modifier.
Okay, so I have a 10 endurance. What is that?
So
modifier?
that should be a +2.
Okay, that's good. I can endure a lot, and I've had to.
So
Okay, so that's a 10. So was it 12?
10, 12, you're fine. You survive your term of aimless wandering. And now to advance, you need to roll a 7+,
Is that with
and that's an intelligence modifier.
Okay, so I have an 8 intellect.
So that's a
+0.
+0.
Okay, so
So you just need to roll a 7 or better.
Well, I just got a 7.
Seven's good enough.
Ooh.
So, as a wanderer, there are no titles.
Yeah, I don't want any.
The wanderers don't give each other titles. You're a master wanderer,
That's good.
but because you are rank
King
1,
of the Spaceways.
because you're rank 1, if you do not have it already, you get the skill Streetwise at level 1.
Ooh, all right.
So if you have
Okay.
Streetwise at 0, then it becomes a 1. And if you have because you learn a little bit of the ways of Streetwise. Oh, we forgot one thing for each of you. So you roll me 2d6 and show me your event, because there's an event that happens.
Oh, okay. So it was a 4?
2d6. No.
Oh, okay. That ends up being a 9.
9. So you are offered a chance to take part in a risky but rewarding adventure. If you accept, roll 1d. Otherwise,
Yeah, let's do it.
all right. Otherwise, nothing bad happens to you.
All right. No, I'm accept. Oh, well, I got a 5.
5. So let's see here. 5 or 6, you succeed in your risky venture,
Yeah, pulled
and
it
you will
off.
gain a +4 dice modifier on one benefit roll whenever you
Okay.
muster out. You, sir, Will.
Yes.
You also had events that happened during your life. This might make you more exciting than just a middle manager.
All right.
Or so I need you to roll 2d6.
Okay. 9.
9. You foil an attempted crime. Wait a second. That's Navy. you
We can do that.
You foil mutiny. No. 9.
Stop the mutiny.
There we go.
Which one are you on?
Cutting their coffee break.
Your reign is barren.
Which
is
one are you on,
acclaimed
Agent?
by all as being fair and wise. Or in the case of a dilettante, you sponge off your money's wealth for a while longer. You can gain either a jealous relative or an unhappy subject as an enemy. And you'll gain +2 on your next advancement check, so you made your
go ahead.
advancement check.
I just need to know
So
what age you start
you
rolling.
gain an enemy.
Okay.
Congratulations, someone
You should be
doesn't
rolling
like you.
life
Cool.
events. if
And
the
then for
table
your
tells you.
third
If the
turn,
table
roll
tells you,
2d6 and see what happens that
So,
turn.
There's one where you roll like age.
9 again.
9 again. So
Aging?
the same thing happens. So
you have
Do
to start
whatever.
rolling it
you
after
gain
your
2
fourth
enemies.
term.
Either a family member
And that's
or a
from 0.
subject doesn't like you. So you can be creative with that.
Okay.
But the important thing on the second on term 3 is that you still have a +2 to your advancement check if you want to go to your 4th term. So if you want to muster out now, you lose that +2 dice modifier. And if you want to go on, you could go on, and who knows, you may become chief administrator.
You know,
Baron.
I think it's past time I became a drifter.
You
so.
became well. Right now, so you've had 3 terms.
Yeah.
And a failed college term.
Mm-hmm.
So you're at 30 years old right now. So
Okay. This is a great time to become a hobo.
Okay. Now, by hobo, do you want to continue your character generation and have a career as a hobo, or by hobo do you mean I want to start being an adventurer?
I think it's time I'm ready to adventure.
Okay.
Yeah, get out of the office. Go see the.
I need to see the benefits.
I'll get back to you in just a second. Hey, Chris, are you doing good?
I'm actually two terms ahead of where I was.
Okay.
For that.
This one?
I could probably. I mean, I think I
How
did.
many benefits I get overall?
Am I at my 4th turn? Or
Highest rank reached
Your first term was a failed.
yeah, adept.
And then your second term
A
was.
successful drifter.
Well, no, your second term was psionics.
Oh,
where
right.
you
I got
where you got your
rank
brain
4.
kind of messed
Right.
with.
Yeah.
And then your third term
Was the
was
drifter.
being a wanderer.
Okay, so I'm good. I'm ready to start. Like,
So the two of you will be ready to muster out.
yeah, my
Where are you
character's-
at?
my
I
character's
think
not.
I'm still just at the start of my first term.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
So
I rolled.
rank
I made
5,
it into the
so
crew of the Navy.
+3.
okay. So you're
I'm an
you're
ensign.
part of
Modifier
your.
to all.
Well, actually, you're an
Let's put
officer.
the drifter.
So you're part of the
I
line.
get 5.
Oh.
You're a line
Plus-
officer. So in the Navy, crew is used to designate
get
enlisted
3.
people who
Well,
are
I get
just
3
part of the
benefit
crew,
rolls.
and the
So-
line officers are the non-specialist officers on board a ship.
So I'm the guy who sits in the chair with Picard.
You're the guy who
Not
has
even
like
that.
no
6.
stripes on his tunic,
Nah.
and occasionally wears a red shirt and may
3.
die.
Son of a-
Bonus.
But that's okay. You're a
So
knight.
no
Everything's
fancy
good.
chair with the captain. Oh well.
So have
Yeah,
you
you get his
survived-
Earl Grey tea.
Have you survived this first term? Have you made your survival roll yet?
So he's a replicator.
Survival.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is that just the roll to get into it? Because I made
No,
that.
no, that's your qualification roll. You automatically qualify because you graduated the Naval Academy with honors.
Okay, so the roll I did to get in, that would count as the survival.
That would be a survival roll. That would be a 5 or better,
Yeah, I
and,
got
your,
10.
and your intellect would be a modifier to it.
Yeah, so I got
Okay.
10 altogether.
So you
for
got
that.
10.
I remember.
So the next thing you need to do is you need to roll an advancement, which is a 7 or better with education as your modifier.
Okay,
For the benefits.
I got 5.
Further on.
You got 5. So you did advance. So you're stuck
I'm
as
trying to
ensign.
remember what
Something.
you get when you.
That's gonna
having,
become a running thing. Ensign.
But hey, as a naval ensign, you automatically get the skill melee with blade at level 1.
They taught
Okay,
me fencing.
They
reroll
teach you. They teach you how to shank a man. Because blade is everything from a broadsword to a dagger.
So,
Yeah, that's right.
What was I say right?
What about a broken bottle?
Broken bottle is an improvised weapon.
I tried.
but I can take a piece of the broken bottle, tie it to like a piece of wood or anything with tape, and then
So-
that could be an improvised shank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because you went to the Naval Academy, those skills take the place of your basic training. Yeah, you were in the academy. So now you get to choose one of the following categories and roll your first term skill.
Okay.
These categories would be personal development. Personal development will basically be increasing your ability scores. Service skills, those are just the day-to-day working skills that you would have from shipboard life. Do you have an education of 8 or better?
Yes, I have 8.
Okay, then you also qualify for advanced education.
Nice.
You also qualify for the officer's skills because you're a commissioned officer. Or you can choose the line skills, which are the specialist skills for being a line officer.
Okay.
And you get one roll. So
One
one
roll.
1d6 roll on one of those tables.
To an officer rank up.
Well, yeah, that's what I
Well, he's
want.
already an officer.
Oh, well, become a high rank.
But I want to be a better officer.
Become
I want
captain.
my own ship.
So you're going to try to go for having your own ship.
Oh, yes.
So in the era of Traveler that I love best is called the Hard Times. And the Hard Times takes place in the aftermath of a civil war that lasts 8 years. So
Mega Traveler.
Mega Traveler is the Rebellion War, and then the Hard Times is actually a supplement that came out after Mega Traveler. But that's my favorite because that is that's like the Imperium immediately after all of the great navies have just pounded each other into slag and have abandoned the rules of civilized warfare and started nuking planets with high populations and scorched earthing themselves. Yeah, the galaxy's a pretty rough place in the Hard Times. A wonderful place to adventure.
7.
So, what skill category would you like, sir?
Officer.
Officer, roll me 1d6.
1 dice. Gotcha. I got a 6.
6. You learn naval tactics.
Naval
So
tactics.
tactics specialist naval. You get that at level 1.
Cool.
Because as an officer, they start, training you to blow up other ships.
Fuck yes. So,
And how's our scout doing?
Scout is retired at 38
Okay.
with quite a interesting life.
All right. Well, we'll get to everyone's interesting life in a moment. We're going to try and we'll follow you a little bit further, though. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 for your event.
all right.
Survival.
9.
9, man, lots of 9s tonight. So you foil an attempted crime on board, such as a mutiny, sabotage, smuggling, or conspiracy. You gain an enemy, probably the guy that you put in the brig,
And also
and you
Shank.
also gain and Shank, sure. And you also gain a +2 to your next advancement roll.
Nice. That might
So-
actually earn me lieutenant.
So for your second naval term, but third term in character creation, I am assuming you want to stay in the Navy.
Yep.
So, and do you want to stay as a line
Do a life
crewman?
event.
Yep.
Okay, so you want to stay a line officer. So roll me a survival
What do I do with a
roll.
life event?
Alright.
Oh, when you leave, you roll on this to see what.
Son of
Yeah.
a...
Yeah,
I'd
see
roll it
what
off.
benefits you get for
That is a 4 altogether.
Plus you
A
die.
4?
A 4.
You missed your survival roll, so your career in the Navy comes to a screeching halt.
Wow.
Roll 1d6 for your mishap.
Son of a...
So you can see that.
5.
You had a kid, your
5.
father died or something.
Friend died.
You are
in that
tormented
clique.
by a quarrel with an
my group.
officer or a fellow
Sad.
crewman. Gain that character as a rival as they force you out of the Navy.
One of your
That
family
son of a
members.
bitch!
Trying to
You
find
were,
the page
you were
for.
forced out of the Navy by politics. And considering this is the last term in this particular career, it is entirely
Oh, here it
possible
is.
if you want to just start mustering out at this point and joining as an adventurer that this happened during wartime. This didn't just happen during wartime. This is the
Advance.
last term before the hard times started. So this is like
Advance.
this last term for you is when
It's a 7.
all honor left war in the Navy. They started shooting on civilian targets. They started attacking liners with refugees and burning the galaxy in retreat so that the enemy could not take anything. And yeah, so if you want to be a little disillusioned now, or
Do I want to go for
mean-
general?
or if you went too far,
Do I want to go for general? I only have 2 more
I
lives.
saved the ship! I saved the ship! And those bastards kicked me out! Out
That's
of
right.
politics!
that's right, because
All
that's
politics.
the beginning of every third Arnold Schwarzenegger movie made in the 90s. I did the right thing. I saved people. No, but you disobeyed me, Hauser.
You're loose cannon. You
You're
can't
loose
keep
cannon.
playing by the rules.
Those
sons
people
of
were
bitches.
just hungry. They just wanted food.
What are you, the running man?
Well, all faith in the military has been broken by now.
Okay.
Yeah, try doing that in real life.
So for our three
Faith in
people who
anything is
are
pointless.
we will start with our tormented drifter. You get
Oh yeah, I'm ready to muster out, I guess. but I guess
you're ready to muster out. So you get 2 rolls.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going
You
to try to
get
get
one.
the general.
You get one from your
I'm gonna push
Scion
my luck.
career. So for your Scion career, you can choose either money or or benefits?
Well, I'll go benefits. I rolled a 6, by the way.
So benefits are material. So there you go. Let's
I did
go
get a
up
scout
here
ship,
to
though.
psionics.
I'm gonna do it at 38. I'm gonna do another turn.
Somewhere. Chris is still fighting the war.
I'm 38, going into my 5th tour in the army.
Oh my god.
I've already
You
died.
can retire.
You probably
I want to go for that general. I need 2 more ranks to make general.
Oh man.
I'm gonna try
probably
it.
heard of a disgraced naval ensign who flipped off the brass.
All right,
Hey,
so I need to roll a
with
6 to
your
go,
stories
6 to
about
go
a
in for
scout
this
that
one.
Messed up
All right,
with
so I'm in.
There's the career.
that messed up with some aliens.
So,
sometimes.
personal
After you got
development.
benefits, you rolled a 6.
So much death on your command. What's
You have acquired a combat cybernetic implant.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So combat
Strength plus 1 is
Yes,
Is that
it's called a
Great.
combat implant.
I have a strength of
So is it like a
plus
a
minus
laser
0.
eye or like a hand?
Something like that. I will look up implants for you here in a moment. But now I need you to roll me your you need to choose if you want cash or benefits for your drifter career.
Let's go with
Survival
benefits.
And doesn't that have a plus
Yeah.
4 die modifier
get
or
it
something?
down
like
to
that?
7.
Yes, 'cause of the,
Yeah, because
no,
you
five.
had a successful
Oh,
adventure.
support.
for
Yeah,
support.
I got a 7 on that.
So 7 on cash
With benefits.
benefits. 7 on benefits.
So that's
that
4
gave you
plus
2
endurance
ship shares.
is plus 1,
Whoa,
so that's
cool.
5. I
So-
survived.
If the group ends up with a ship, you have 2 equal shares of both responsibility and profit from the ship.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, so I
And-
acquired that.
Not my damn ship.
My painful keep it.
And then whenever
Alright,
Will
it just
gets
brings me
back,
closer to
I'll
the
get him
void.
started on his.
I'm just gonna grab some water real quick.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So, boy.
Yeah, how's the scouting life treating you?
Well, the scouting life was very interesting. Since I enlisted straight out of Podunk Academy, which was basically 4 rooms, a roof, and a chalkboard.
Podunk.
I went on. I've made, I guess, in a total of contacts, enemies, and rivals, I've made 5 enemies, 3 contacts, 1 alien contact,
just
and
barely.
1 rival.
Whoa, so you know an alien?
Yeah,
He knows everyone.
yeah, I know everybody. In fact, it was great when I failed my survival role as an explorer, and I caused a conflict with aliens. I gained a level in diplomacy, but I also gained a rival. But I got promoted somehow, and my life event for that term was I was out on the fringes of space, and I met an alien, and I gained a skill of my choice. So at the end of my entire career as
You
a rank
caused
4
a-
scout,
He caused a diplomatic incident.
yeah. Some people juggle geese. I ended up with a scout ship, a couple
Okay.
of weapons, 80,000 in credits, and I kept getting weapons, so I just added them as skills.
So you're good with it.
Well, I can use a handgun more than I could use a laser weapon.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I make 12,000 credits a month for my pension, and yeah, I guess the ship is
And
on
a
loan.
Type S Scout Courier on detached service from the Scout Service.
They can hire me.
That- Yeah. So essentially, what that means is that for our audience at home and for our players who aren't as familiar with Traveler, the Scout Service is a very informal branch of the Imperial military. And they have active ships and active scouts, but when their ships get a little old, instead of just mothballing them, they loan them out to ex-scouts, retired scouts, and that retired scout then, his part of the bargain or her part of the bargain is to keep the ship maintained, and they are on call. If the scout service needs you to go explore somewhere, they'll give you a call, and you're kind of expected to take your ship where they want you to go.
It's-
But that doesn't happen very often. That is just, in the meantime, just don't break the ship.
I don't know. I got some sort of ensign running
Yeah.
around.
Don't
The-
turn pirate. Don't break the ship.
The king of the hobos. The king of the hobos secretary, psychic secretary,
Yeah,
and some
deranged.
general.
So, So Baron, you served
That's
three
a Trump
tour-
kid,
three
right?
terms as a
Oh, no,
noble.
I've gone a way different path.
So you get 3 rolls because of your term served, and plus 1 more because you managed to make it all the way to manager.
The H roll.
So
I did my 5th.
for each roll, you can take
Further on back.
either cash or benefits.
Okay.
You can only take cash a maximum of 3 times.
Aging.
So
Okay, so
Do,
how you handle
2
aging
cash, 2
is
benefits.
okay,
for
so
each
roll
cash,
1d6 for cash.
at the end of the 4th turn
5.
and at the end of every turn thereafter, you must roll 2d6 on the aging table,
that's
using the
100,000
total number of
credits.
terms as a negative dice modifier on this
Because
table. The
you're
older
a baron.
you are, the
Okay.
heavier the effects of
So I
aging will
roll
weigh up.
cash.
So, how
So
many
it's-
turns you got in
it's-
the army?
That's 200,000 more credits.
Okay, so that kind of goes into what I was thinking with
So
my
it's
enemies.
1, 2,
so.
3, 4.
And then for your
okay,
benefits,
I see how it is. So the first one is going to be
One.
at
One.
turn 4. At the end of that, it's
you
going to be
get a ship
-4.
share.
Ship share.
So you have a share
Good.
in a
No
in a
effect.
ship
No
somewhere.
effects. Okay,
This
second.
one's
I got
-5.
2.
That's the one that I just did.
And 5.
Good. 1
5.
plus.
And so the last one.
5.
Well,
you
I've
are a
got to see if I
member
can
of
get
the
into the army for the
Travelers
6th turn.
Aid Society.
But I did get advanced, so I need to
Travelers
advance
Aid.
in this
The
one to get
TAS.
general.
Okay.
What the
It's-
Travelers Aid Society is
AAA in
it's
space.
it is AAA in space. It is well, actually, it's a combination of AAA and National Geographic. So it's
40
it's
then.
self-funded by aristocrats who have nothing better to do but travel to different worlds and publish their findings. But because you're a member of the Travelers Aid Society, you can go to any world that has a Travelers
This could be
Aid
another
Society
paramedic.
facility,
Awesome.
and there are a lot of them. And you can stay for free. You can.
You're
earn
in the
yourself
ambassador club,
You
man.
can earn yourself a free middle passage. I think once a month. It's one of your benefits. It's like so.
I'm gonna cash in my frequent flyer miles this month.
You have frequent flyer miles.
Survival.
Right after a huge
And you also
that's
have
a four. I
have
need a
support
five.
from the Travelers Aid Society. So if you
I
find
got a
yourself
mishap.
on some backwater and you're in legal trouble, and or the group
there
is
it
in
is.
legal
That's
trouble,
what I'm doing.
and you need a lawyer to
So,
get
I
you
failed
off
that.
planet,
A mishap.
the Travelers Aid Society,
1d6.
can hook you up with a local guy who will take your case. That sort of thing.
Baron Floyd has lived a charmed life so far.
Sounds great.
And finally, we go to our disgraced
Or you
ensign.
can.
Sons
So-
of bitches.
So-
Whitewash gets you discharged
So
anyways,
you've
but
been
you may
through a
keep
grand
your
total of
benefit
1
rolls
turn.
from
Yep.
service.
You're a young man.
I'm like,
So-
what,
Like,
26, 22 or something?
Because that happens
You
before
graduated
advancement.
and
Yep.
you went through 1 term. You were 26 years old.
Survival. I don't
So
even
I'm
do
probably
it.
the
I don't
youngest
do
out of
events.
all of you.
Well, if you
Oh,
want
you
to
don't
muster
get to
out,
do
So-
if you
No,
want to keep
it's-
going,
it's afterwards.
You can be 30.
But then he wouldn't be a disgruntled veteran.
Oh yeah.
That's where
A
unless otherwise
disgruntled
stated.
veteran
being
I'm out.
young and angry
slash
sounds
knight.
That
So-
saddens me. I was so close.
Cash
I was a
or
colonel.
benefits.
Oh, I was higher than a colonel.
Colonel
Oh, no, I was a colonel.
What's in both?
I was
Cash
so
for the
close.
Navy will
You
give
almost
you
made
anywhere
general.
I
from
was so close.
1
Look,
to
the general will
50,000
take you out of the
credits
field and
in your
not advance.
account.
Maybe you don't
Period.
Yeah, but I could
That's
see so
cash.
much freaking money.
Benefits is a personal vehicle,
muster out. You've got
share of a ship,
A muster. you've got
your
a penny for every
intellect
term
goes
you
up
were in.
by
Yeah.
a point. Your
And-
education goes up by a point.
All right,
you
so-
earn a weapon. You
so
have
I've
a
got to write
task
these.
membership.
Didn't survive.
Yeah.
You earn a ship's boat.
A ship's boat.
A ship's boat. So there's
Didn't
2
earn it.
classes of ships in
Instead,
Traveler.
I was-
One are called
Here-
spaceships.
the
Spaceships
question.
do not
Do
go
I
faster than the
cooperate with
speed of
military,
light.
please,
The
and keep my
ship's boat's an
benefits?
example of that.
No,
So
this
it's
far,
just
and
a
I've got to
little
keep my benefits. I
private
can't give up my
boat that
benefits at this
the
point.
5 of you can fly around in, but you can't leave the system.
Uh,
Starships are the other category of boat. And starships are what the Scout Courier is. It has a jump drive, so it can go from planet to planet. But having a ship that can zip around in system sometimes can be beneficial too. Because it can be used as a lifeboat. You can hide your very,
And then
very
the
precious
industrial
jump ship to get
98.
away somewhere, and everyone can join the planet.
so we have like our
Yeah.
big capital thing, but we have the
-6.
smaller thing. Like
Okay.
So a scout courier, I want you to forget the word big.
Yeah.
Scout couriers are small,
Like-
really tiny arrowhead-shaped ships.
Yeah.
Like this room small?
No. They
No.
would be like,
It's like
looking at them, they're like
Firefly.
triangles. Actually,
Yeah.
let me show you
So-
a picture here.
You know the series Firefly,
Yeah.
and you know the Serenity. So the Serenity would be twice the size of a scout courier.
This is what a scout courier looks
Pretty
like.
small.
Oh.
PT boat.
Yeah,
These little
it's
things.
it's small enough that one man can crew it all by himself, or 5 of you could, all take a position and be cozy with each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we
I
don't
kind of
mind-
need somebody to shoot a gun and
So
dump illicit cargo.
it's down to your choice. Do you want cash or a benefit?
Well, we got the guy with, 200,000?
Assuming he wants to share it with a disgraced,
Never told him to do
guy like you.
your own.
You're just a
Make your own money.
You're
Be
just
your own
a knight.
administrator.
Don't worry, my military career took a pretty dark turn here in this last.
Of course it did, Chris.
I was so close.
Wasn't it a couple of years ago we were
Yes.
running the play test and you went to prison for 20 years?
What did you
No,
do?
no, I incited a rebellion on a planet and got kicked off the planet and fired.
Literally into space.
And then tried to become a pirate and was so bad at that I ended up in prison for 4 years.
So there
At
you
least
go.
you're not in jail.
Cash or fabulous prizes?
Fabulous prize.
What's in the box?
Roll me a dice 6.
Just one?
Just one. Just one.
4.
So you leave the service with a weapon.
Ha ha!
You stole a gun from them.
I stole a gun!
Oh, think big. You didn't steal just a gun. Give yourself a fusion gun, man portable, tech level 15.
Oh, no.
You need
Good
a heavy
master
weapon
your
skill
side.
to use it, and power armored so it won't
Yeah.
melt you into a pile of slag. But it is the most powerful handheld weapon in the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
but
have
you kind
no
of have to
idea.
know how to use it.
I have no idea how to use that.
Yeah.
You don't have any skills in energy
Maybe
weapons
skill
either,
pistol.
so...
So what the fusion gun man portable does is that it takes hydrogen fuel and it superheats it under pressure until it forms a plasma state. And it takes that plasma state and continues to superheat it until it begins to fuse, like what happens in the heart of a star. And then it opens up the magnetic bottle at the front of the gun and kills everything in front of it.
Yeah, man.
You
want the Death Star?
You just shot your opponent with the sun.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Just get a shot.
It might be a little dangerous to use untrained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rifle, like.
Hey, check this out.
Okay, what is the best slug weapon that I can start out with?
Gauss pistol.
A Gauss pistol.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is an electromagnetic railgun in pistol form.
Give me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just.
Oh, so what is the combat implant?
Holy shit. Cookies.
Oh, those look great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's right, or else I'll kill you all.
Well, we survived character generation, so...
Thank
Oh,
you,
there
sir.
you
That
live.
wasn't me, though.
You live.
Hooray.
Ah, thank
Hey,
you.
you
for-
gave me half a cookie.
for making it. You were
My life is
awesome.
torment. Yeah, thank you.
So that's a Gauss pistol. Mm-hmm. And that's like the best thing I can get. Well, they took my career from me. I'm taking everything from them. This is
My
only the
Gauss pistol.
start.
Well, these are so
So
awesome.
what's the dark tale of General Chris?
I didn't make it. Colonel
Well,
Chris.
what's your guy's name, too, by the way?
I'm going to be completely unoriginal. I'm just going to go with Chris. Otherwise, I get confused way too easily. So, glowing time at the military academy. Despite physical limitations, graduated with honors. Went straight into the army. First 4 years, did great. Commander took an interest and taught him a little bit about military tactics in his first bit. Second bit ended up getting another advancement, putting him at rank 2. He started after military academy as an officer. Second term, gets promoted up to captain. He gets assigned to an urban city, urban planet racked by war. Ends up learning a great deal about stealth. Third bit gets another advancement. Now he's going up to major. And another commander takes interest, and basically, just kind of backdoors the paperwork for another advancement, +4 to my advancement roll. So fourth term, 34 years old now. Going to start aging a little bit here. Surprisingly, made all of my aging rolls. Didn't take any aging effects.
You're well preserved. You look young for a man of your years. Unlike us.
Still doing well at 34. Unfortunately, one of his fraternity brothers from the military college ended up dying. It was a big ordeal. Brought everybody from college back together for his funeral. His killers were never found. They might still be out there.
Okay.
So term fine. Starting to get desperate now. Rank 5, colonel. Going just gonna go one more round. So as a colonel, he ends up being the lone survivor of an expedition, outnumbered, outgunned, and holds out a last stand, protecting some civilians for several hours until help arrives. And
so
again,
Kurt Russell from the movie Soldier.
Yes, except for actually reinforcements actually arrived. He doesn't just take out the enemy army by himself. I'm not that badass.
Oh, you're not Kurt Russell. I mean.
So again, that kind of puts his advancement through him and puts him at rank 6 at that colonel level. One more stint, right? Just gonna get that general, and ends up
deserve it.
And ends up stumbling upon his commanding officer operating a smuggling ring.
Oh no!
And rather than taking his offer, because apparently I assume it's the same commander throughout the years, recognizing me and going on, it's the same guy. Instead of
He was corrupt
citing,
the whole time.
he was corrupt the whole time. He was trying to win me over the whole time. But no, I'm an honorable officer, not going to take it. But still get caught up in the investigation and forced to retire anyways. But at least I got to keep my benefits.
Okay.
Just shy of that general rank. I was so close.
At least you had a chance.
You guys are both done dirty by the.
So for the viewers, this is exactly what I mean by character creation in Traveler. Is a mini story of making mini game of making a backstory.
Oh, for sure.
So, in the time that we have left, I actually haven't been able to find your combat anymore.
Oh, okay.
So, I can't do it by the rules, but just, think of something cool.
I'll say it's like an eye that can shoot a laser beam.
Alright. So
I have one red glowing eye in
Yes.
my head, just always glowing. Very
a
good.
red glowing eye, nightmares, and occasionally you speak in, tongues that no human should make.
Yeah, I'm great company.
So, the earliest versions of Traveler, the original, what they call the classic version of Traveler, all the way through Mega Traveler, and I think through the new era, which is the 3rd edition of Traveler, when you failed a survival roll, your character died.
Ooh.
Like, your character, you fail your survival roll, your character's dead, and you start over with a new character, and you make your character creation again. And if anybody is fortunate enough to go to Gen Con this year, the creator of Traveler, Mark Miller, actually is hosting several sessions where it's sort of like what we've done tonight, where everyone sits down and makes characters, but it's a little bit more formalized, and he's doing it the old hardcore way. So if your character dies, and you actually get the appreciation of the Emperor for your characters giving their life in service.
Interesting.
So, I think that's about all I have for tonight. I kind of got to get home and actually go to bed so I can get to work tomorrow.
Do we want to do at least one meeting between all of our characters?
Sure.
Some kind of.
Maybe just take a couple minute break and
Okay. Yeah. We can take a moment, or so if you guys want to do a little bit of role playing, I'm going to take a moment and recover my recover my breath.
Okay.
I am the referee tonight
And
because
the
that's the
rest-
official traveler term for it.
Got pretty good benefits.
So the last thing that you guys need to do, since you're a group, now that everybody's mustered out, is you need to pick your skills package. The skills package is just something that gives you a couple of everybody a couple of extra skills that will help tailor your group to the types of adventures that you want to play. And there are some choices. There's the Traveler Skill Package. The Traveler Skill Package is sort of your generic, we are adventurers in space, just flying around the galaxy doing their thing. There's the Explorer Skill Package, which is boldly going where no one has gone before for 40 years. There's the Mercenary Skill Package, where you hurt people and break their stuff for money. There's the Diplomat Skill Package, where you are working for somebody and still taking most of the people's money, but you kind of shy away from the hurting them first, like the mercenaries do. There's Traders, where you basically go around the galaxy and trade goods and services, and you play the crew of the Firefly for the most part. You get a job, keep flying, grab a crew, get some cargo.
Live the dream.
Live the dream. There's the Investigator Skill Package, where you go around solving mysteries, usually in a ship that's painted green with big flowers on the side and a talking dog.
I don't have a dog.
There's the Starship Skills Package, where you really don't necessarily want to get into ground side adventures. You just want to get a cool ship and fly around in the cool ship and do cool ship things. And finally, there's the Criminal Skill Package. It's kind of like the Traveler equivalent of the series Leverage. So, that choice is to you as a group. So you have to choose one.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I like the trader.
Yeah, I said the trader. You can't take the skies from me. I wanna live that Firefly life.
What, no one wants revenge on one particular individual in a career path that may or may not have left it in the sun?
Well, I mean, trader would be okay. I mean, starship skills I would like to think that we're all kind of lacking in, starship stuff besides flying and navigation and all that.
I know, I don't want to spend more time cooped up in a starship. Let's get some away team action going.
I don't mind the trader skill package either. I mean, it gives us a lot of other stuff. I mean, criminal would be also cool because, we can do a heist and, maybe lift an entire bank.
I'm
You only
leaning
have
towards
20.
the-
You only have 20 tons of cargo space in that scout.
Okay, maybe not all of the bank.
Money. That's the
You know what?
important part of it.
I was thinking like Traveler or Explorer or something.
I was going to investigate myself.
I could see us doing traveler and explorer or trader. I mean, trader is more like, okay, we're gonna go trade. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to do trading, the role-playing game.
Well, maybe just Traveler then. It's the most basic.
Traveler, it's
All
simple,
around.
it's
all
basic.
around.
Yeah, the most go-around one.
So, I'm down with traveler. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna be doing a whole lot of exploring, but we're just running around and
Okay. So you see that Traveler skill package?
yeah.
I see it. I read it.
Yeah. So everybody gets to pick one skill from that list.
Can we double up? Do we pick the same skill?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, these aren't plus ones to these skills. So if you already have Pilot 3, don't pick Pilot and expect to get Pilot 4. If you don't, this is just one of those examples that if nobody in the group has Pilot skill but you have a ship, then someone can pick Pilot 1 and actually be a pilot.
Well, I already got pilot 1, so
Yeah.
I was doing it.
I'll take gunner.
You'll take Gunner?
Gunner is good.
Do we have anyone with leadership?
I have leadership 1.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
So, just think, you're going to be the pilot and the gunner.
Well,
I mean, you can slave your guns to your cockpit as
yeah, fire
in
control
a scout courier, but
never mind then. I can take
the other thing is astrogation on there.
I have astrogation.
Okay, at least
Well, that's
somebody
good.
Gonna take
Astrogation
gun
is
combat because I have nothing in combat.
Is it too late to take that really good heavy weapon?
It doesn't
So
have
that really good heavy weapon does require the skill heavy weapon.
Yeah.
So gun
That's
combat,
under the mercenary.
that is gun
I was
combat
looking at the wrong
is
one.
separate from heavy weapon.
I was looking at the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting a pistol is not the same as shooting a missile launcher.
But we can dream.
Both got triggers, don't they?
Yeah, but how do you deal with the recoil? You don't lead as much. I think I'm gonna go with. I might go ahead and take the. No, I don't want to take stealth. Does anybody have stealth?
I have stealth 1.
Okay. Is anybody good at lying?
That I am not.
I'm
Anybody?
Okay.
That's why I didn't join the criminals.
Yeah, I got language, profession, advocate, carouse. Another life. Electronics.
I'm skilled in art.
I could take lying. I bet I could lie all the time. That clairvoyance helps with it too, I'm sure. My mind
It's
is
right there. We're not.
What about persuading? Can anybody persuade anybody? Pretty sure you can probably get a duck to
I
buy
can
water.
Which one are we doing? Explorer?
Traveler.
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 Okay.
We already have a medic.
I do. I have
We have medic
as
2.
well. Oh, just
Medic
medic. I have
2.
medic 0. I'll take deception. Well, you probably got deception covered, right?
How many people do have pilot?
I've got rank 0 in deception.
I got
Okay.
one
I'll
for
take
spacecraft.
gun combat
At least 2 people do.
one. Slug. Tried to shoot out a few times in space race. I'm gonna go with gun combat. Got no gun though.
I'm gonna go with persuade.
My
1.
gun is my gun. I earned this.
I'll take the persuade 1.
I earned endless pain and nightmares.
I earned betrayal at a
I
time of
was
war.
also betrayed by the universe.
I'll take the deception.
I'll take stealth.
Okay. I think we're just doubling up on extra skills just so that
Yeah.
way we can.
Yeah, I think we have
Just
everything.
wanted to make sure there was more than
Well,
one
around the
pilot.
party.
Yeah.
So
Just
for
in
those of
case.
you who got ship shares as your mustering out benefits,
I have 2.
you have 2. Because we are starting out with a ship, we have a captain and a ship. That turns into 1,000 credits worth of pension every year. Basically, it's the dividend for the ships you have shares of. So if you have 2 ship shares, then you get 2,000 credits a year
Nice.
of investment dividends.
Cool.
Assuming, of course, after the rebellion war, there are still banks.
So
All right. So we're all on this little ship. Are we like coming together? Or do we know each other already?
Well,
being united by
one of the things is that
fate and
everybody
luck.
had like events and stuff. Did anybody have any events where they could have met each other? They could have, like, I know the 2 of you are both in the Army and Navy military academies at the same time and graduated with honors.
We'd be old, and both discharged.
Actually, not at the same time because
Yeah, just
you're
old.
like 40.
I'm
and,
26.
And
true.
you're like in your mid 20s. So
I only made it a year, man.
I'm starting this at about 44, halfway through my
Okay.
my 6th term.
okay.
So I'm a little bit older.
So you could have like been an
Noticed him
instructor.
at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been part of a mentorship
Been
program.
part of
Yeah.
the mentorship program or something like that. You're also pretty young.
Yeah, I'm 34.
You're
Not that
34.
long. Yeah, but I don't know how I could have met.
So
I mean,
you're
during-
we have like 2
afterwards.
guys who are aged and then 3 guys who are like in their 30s and younger. Of course,
Maybe-
that kind of shows my age. I got to that point now in my life where I'm like 30 years old as a
Kids.
kid.
You're starting to make aging rolls.
I am. One of my closest friends from high school. We graduated high school in 1987 at the same time, and he went into the Army, and I went into life. and he stayed in the Army for like the next 24 years or something like that. And he finally he actually retired from the Army. It wasn't that he got his honorable discharge. He retired from the Army, and I realized Chuck's a Traveler character now. We rolled Chuck out back in 1984. I remember this.
Career military man.
40-year-old career military man who's seen action in several different planets, countries.
He's ready to start adventuring.
And yeah, well, that's what I told him. I said, now you're ready to start adventuring. kind of hit me.
So I can't. I mean, unless maybe this maybe after I stopped being a drifter, or maybe during the end when our story begins, I could have stowed away on one of their ships.
Okay.
I mean,
Or accepted a simple job.
Yeah.
Like we were hiring people to carry some.
Well, you're not hiring people. In this particular instance,
yeah, probably he'd be the higher.
you are
Or we're all.
you are being hired.
Oh, we're all hired. Okay.
Yes. You are your ship. By the way, we need a name for your ship.
Is this going to be a name by committee?
It's your ship, I think.
It's your ship.
So.
Big flinker.
Felix Cockhammer. No. I'm thinking sticking with the aesthetic of it, because I always name some of my ships strange names. I'm going with the Obsidian Kestrel.
The Obsidian Kestrel.
Obsidian Kestrel.
Cool name.
So, it is currently the year 1125 by the Imperial calendar. There has been a Imperium-wide civil war that has been raging on for over 8 years now. It is winding down only because the 6 different factions in this grand war are now too exhausted to continue fighting regular pitched battles. But there is no peace, so it is very much like, the Korean conflict out of the 50s. We just got tired of fighting each other, and we negotiated a ceasefire and then never talked to each other again. They're kind of in that we're negotiating a temporary ceasefire for the moment, and then they're all around licking their wounds. Your ship and the 5 of you are in a area of space called the Spinward Marches. So, on one border of the Imperium has expanded out to a place called the Great Rift. The Great Rift is a section of the galaxy which is really, really sparse in stars, so there's not a lot of settlements. And then on the far side of that rift, there is this pocket of settled worlds, and it is known as the Spinward Marches. The Spinward Marches has been spared a lot of the ravages of these last 8 years of war. So a lot of people who have managed to get a hold of a ship who have gotten tired of being in the war zone for all of these years have actually retreated to the Spinward Marches and have come there as refugees. You are not necessarily refugees, but you're finding yourself in a safe space, and you have a jump-capable ship. And that draws the attention of a noble. You know this person. You don't know her personally, but you know her family. She is, she actually sends you the invitation because she wants to meet with you. Her name is the Contessa Velibeth Marigsteiner. And she is of a well-established noble family that originally comes from a sector near the core of the Imperium. The sectors near the core of the Imperium have not fared well, so chances are her family holdings down there have pretty much been devastated. But much like you, actually she's above you in noble rank. But she's got lots and lots and lots of money and influence. So she's a kind of a dowager countess in exile. And her question is that if you're interested in a job, and she understands that, jobs, but if you're interested in an adventure that would certainly help out her family, and you have access to a jump capable starship, she would like to meet you and the crew of this starship.
Well, that's a good use.
Absolutely.
And I do have a hardy crew ready to go with it.
Oh, good. So, you meet on the capital of the Regina subsector. A planet called a planet uncreatively named Regina. And she meets you in the penthouse of a suborbital suborbital hostel. So very, very rich, nice place, stunning views of the planet. And she brings you all in. She is dressed businesslike, but you're kind of used to this sort of thing. You, on the other hand, have never seen this much money on a single human being in your life. She is wearing more than your planet was worth growing up. And you, she's noble.
They stand behind me often.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the war's been hard on the Merrick-Steyer family. So, in so, her adult children, who aren't much younger than actually you. I mean, they're kind of
Early 20s.
yeah,
Early 20s.
early 20s. Her daughter is almost 30. But they got separated from Contessa Velibeth. And they are now lost in a section of galaxy called the Zarushagar sector. The Zarushagar sector, as Chris's character well knows, is where some of the most intense fighting has taken place over 8 years. But Contessa Velibeth, like all mothers, is absolutely certain that her children and heirs are still alive somewhere in the hundreds and thousands of worlds of Zarushagar sector. So she asks you if you would be willing to contract with her company. None of you are actually brokers, are you? Does anybody have broker as a skill? I know we got a Navy band, we got a noble.
I think carouse instead.
So you kind of.
Ooh, that was a mistake.
I picked art. Who picks art?
So
Art's cool.
Baron, go ahead and give me an admin roll. We're gonna make the target number an 8 or better.
Okay.
So you're just gonna roll 2 dice 6, and you're gonna add your admin skill to it.
Okay. Well, that's a 9.
9. She starts describing this company that they put together. Merrick-Steyer Merrick-Steyer Exploratory Trading. And it sounds LIC, Licensed Imperial Corporation. And when she describes a little bit of the details to you, she doesn't go into horrible detail, but she describes a little bit. You're like, this sounds like a shell corporation. Like, it's not a real company.
Can I use telepathy to stare into her soul and see if she's like saying that?
Will anyone notice?
As I'm like cocking my head.
Maybe.
I'm like a weird.
If she
pale,
has
gaunt-
You have
telepaths
to grab
on
her
staff
face to
who
do
can
that.
pay
haunted-
attention. so
Yeah, I mean, I would do it. Like, what's the?
So he doesn't make like an O
Still,
face or
I'm doing
anything when he does
telepathy
this.
on
Yeah, we're all one shivering mass.
So when you
of
say
flesh.
when you say stare into her soul, you have a couple of abilities. One is telepathy, and that would be to telepathically determine her emotional state. There's read surface thoughts.
Yeah, that's what I would.
Okay.
Let's kind of see if she's setting us up.
There's also probe.
Yeah.
Oh, and assault. So you
Oh,
can make her
okay.
bleed out of her eyes.
Oh, jeez. No. That kind of happened to me. I don't
It's
want
not quite that time yet.
Yeah.
Then go ahead and so your psi ability of 6 points is also equivalent to your how many psi points you have. Your psi ability is permanent. It will actually, I think yours is down to 5, isn't it? Because you got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So some elder thing touched you in a bad spot.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
So you only have 5 psi points. Don't worry, there's drugs. There's
Oh,
psi
yeah.
drugs that can pump you up.
I assume I'm on.
This-
I have to, like, all the time.
This,
or else I'm just,
this
I can't stop
costs
screaming.
this costs 2 psi points,
Yeah, I'll do it.
and you need to roll me a 8 or better.
Okay. Whoa, that is a 10.
A 10. Okay. You read her surface thoughts. Like I told you, it's a dummy corporation. What I can tell you is that her thoughts are primarily about her children. This shell corporation is just a vehicle for her to give you guys, or whoever she contracts, kind of a legitimacy while you're going through war zones.
Okay.
So it's not criminal. It's more to facilitate what she's going to ask you next, because what she wants you to do is she wants you to take the Obsidian Kestrel to Zarushagar sector and find her lost children and bring them home safely.
Okay.
And to do so, she is willing to use her influence and her political acumen in the Spinward Marches to basically make the 5 of you, give you a place that is safe to retire to should you ever wish to retire. And also, you know, like there's lines of credit involved. Like the ship has just extended a line of 500 mega credits for fuel and, you know, and seed capital, because you're going to have to make your own way. Banking out here on the Spinward Marches in Regina is fine. You just go to the ATM, you insert your credit stick, and hey, you got your monies. It's okay. If you go to a planet that's been bombarded by a fleet and it's just nothing but a burning hulk of former buildings, and you somehow find an ATM machine, it might not be hooked up to a bank. So having money, because money in the Imperium sometimes is just electronic money, worth nothing in certain places. What is worth something? Goods. You know, you have 20 tons of cargo space in the Obsidian Kestrel, and different places have different law levels, different tech levels. You can and there is no prime directive in Traveler. So if you want to make a deal with a group of, you know, primitive, you know, pre-industrial people who have barely figured out how to use a spear and sell them laser rifles to fight their tribal wars with each other, yeah, go ahead, be Europeans in sub-Saharan Africa in the 17th century. Knock yourselves out. Make friends.
Okay, I want to go over to her and like get uncomfortably close and like lean really in. and be like,
He's breaking like every single rule of etiquette you know.
I'm gonna
He,
say,
he doesn't get close to her before you notice this. You're like,
okay, I'll say, we'll find them. Don't worry. And then I'll back way up and like head out.
Listen, this is here we get. The rewards are good, but knowing that you can get service to various times. That's how much we're worth.
what are you trying to accomplish with all this flattery?
I'm just,
No, not in character. The referee is asking, what do you want to accomplish?
I'm just schmoozing.
You're just
Yeah,
schmoozing?
this is how this guy talks.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with my people
So,
right now.
go
So
ahead.
this is yeah.
So go ahead and roll me a diplomacy roll because you're being diplomatic. And you can also add
He's
your
up, right?
social score bonus,
Okay.
which
that
is
how
plus
it
3
works?
because
I
it's
didn't-
12. So
Oh, he just
Okay.
learned it. Apparently, he just did the cut. And when you're done, sit. Just
That does
sit.
not look right.
how much?
10.
10. So
No, you're just
what a
going
10
like
is
this.
going
Yeah,
to
isn't
do
that what
is
you're
that
doing?
first
Actually,
off,
no, 12.
12, even better. So
Wait,
the
wait,
Contessa,
around? No.
the Contessa,
Yeah, but
already
what you were
like,
doing, though-
working mainly with you,
That's just-
but now
In and
you're
around the map?
clearly the leader of the
I
standing
don't know.
force. You're the guy in charge of the ship. These people are all, so
That's great.
in
Less
future,
hunger.
yeah. and So in future communications with the Contessa and Marriage Steyer, it's all being put under your name, the expedition.
Wonderful.
Marshall, Will, and Holly.
I mean, technically the ship's on loan to this guy, but he's just a pilot, and you got a Navy man with you.
A disgraced Navy general.
Politics.
Not quite officer, but not quite a gentleman.
Would,
So,
would our characters know each other? By any chance?
So that's just
And
a little,
scouts?
a little taste of how the game system works. It's basic. My roommate, like I started describing traveling. He's like, it's craps. It's craps. You roll 2 dice, you add them together, and you just keep on going until eventually you crap out and your character gets kicked out into the real world.
Yep.
I had security. What did I do wrong now?
So anyway, thank you for coming, and I apologize for being late. My commute wasn't as smooth as I expected it to be,